still don't know? Man, go ask your daddy.
All right, guys. I'm going to get the coilovers, the calipers, the rotors, the hubs, the spindles, and the A-arms on. And then after that, I'm going to take you to putting in the engine and trans. It's the same as on a Silverado. The difference is that the ones on the Corvette say Corvette. I think some of them were aluminum. I don't know. But I'm happy with this C7 hub. And then, of course, the 13-inch brake rotor. Taking a car that from the factory had 185 horsepower on a good day, a turbo 301, which I take issue with that number. I think it's bullshit. So on a good day, 185 horse to something with, you know, even a mild build, even a mild, you know, like a 6.0 or a 5.3 or like this 6.2. So that's kind of my philosophy on where my head was on this purchase. Urgh, come on now. Oh, these are heavy. Oh, yeah. And your twin, your brother, your cousin, Hansel and Gretel. That's it. So we're gonna get this on that. I ordered this spanner kit along with thrust bearings. Let's see, right there. And then you've got these two guys that go on either side, right? So you go like this, a sandwich, kind of like an Oreo. The idea is that this sits on the bottom of the spring, right? And then, well, here I got this one together. So this one sits on the bottom of the spring here. See, I got them sandwiched in there. This has just the kit comes with a washer in case I guess you elect not to do the thrust bearing. But anyways, goes like this. Fits in here like this. But the whole idea is that you can adjust your ride height up and down. And then of course they're double adjustable for compression and recoil, or rebound, I mean. I'm learning, we're all learning. But anyways, I'm gonna put these together. Yeah. Let me get this guy set in here. Okay, so the way I went about putting this together was I got the coilovers assembled, and then I hung those in the spring pockets. And then I just built the suspension around it with the upper control arm, lower control arm, brought that up to meet the bottom of the shock. And I had everything adjusted as flat as it would go. So unlike dealing with factory springs, you know, there's no tension there to begin with. Everything was real heavy outside of the A-arms. But that spindle assembly, although it was really nice to put it in, it was one piece, it definitely was pretty heavy. So just be aware of that when you're putting this together, but it is really an easy upgrade to do. So I kind of wanted them all to match. I also did get slotted and drilled rotors for the rear too. And they're zinc coated. So anyways, really the only complaint I have about these is there's really no bump stop. But see, look, boop. This isn't a drift car, come on. But nonetheless, it's all together. I've got my steering linkage, idler arm, all that. That's only got a few thousand miles on it, so I'm gonna use that. I want to get it on its own weight. I want to torque everything down. But these are 1/2-inch studs, so I am going to have to get different lug nuts. So I'm going to have to figure that out because I do have the 17-inch snowflakes. My inclination is to put 1/2-inch studs on the back too, wheel studs. So anyways, notice there's no gobs of grease in my hands, because these are the I think this kit said C7. It's sealed, so you don't have to repack it. You don't have to do shit. I can walk into any AutoZone. I could walk into an AutoZone in, Flagstaff, Arizona, South Bend, Indiana, or, Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, and I can pick those parts up. I mean, how many millions of these have been out on the road and tested and part availability and everything else. So this is a setup I've gone with. Got to get the grease zerts in and then get my little stickers off here. Okay, so here's the kit completely assembled. Taking a look at it here, hanging off the front of that subframe. I'm real happy with the way everything's gone so far. And at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to cut back to getting the engine and trans stuck into the Trans Am. All right, guys, so I stabbed the engine and trans in. Quite a treat. But one thing I wanted to show you while I've got it up here at eye level, look at those motor mounts. This is not symmetrical like you would think. You can even see the difference in size. There's that one. There's that one. I've also got the Holley cross member under the trans down to accommodate dual exhaust, and I've got the Blackheart exhaust. It works great. But my whole point is that when I was originally doing this swap, I was jumping around and looking here, looking there, and I was like, well, I can save a few bucks doing it this way and that way and everything else. But you got to remember, when Holley puts this together, they do it in conjunction with that cross member. Right here, I've got a remote bleeder. Highly recommend this. Bolts right there, hangs down. I switched it to this, and then, as you can see, it's got a 90-degree angle on it. So I may end up utilizing this bracket here, coming back around this way, going up here. So I got, when I put this together, that they sent me a blue fitting, so I just slack. This way it tucks kind of neatly down this way. I'll route it a little nicer. But I really like the look of the blue, the Pontiac light blue in there. What I did, and I'll show you. I've been a little busy, but took this and here, let me just park you guys for a second. Back on, but this is kind of the look we're going for. I'll just leave it like that. But this is for the AC, and it clears. It seems like it wouldn't, but everything clears just fine. So with the black, all the bracketry is black, and I really think that's going to give it a good look. You know, and then of course I just have these on just as I was putting the engine in. Obviously, I'm not going to stick the bling on there. I spent almost a whole day cleaning this off. This is one of those Z boxes. I don't know if you can see that there. This is out of well, it's off of a parts shelf from O'Reilly's, but I think it's out of a 97 or 98 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's, I think, 12/7-1. And they've jacked up the prices, but I got this, gosh, before I did the swap, before I did the LS, and I think I paid $100, just over or just under $100 for it. So that's a nice upgrade. I was looking for the part number to share that. I don't know what it is. So if you poke around online, that's how I found out about that swap. So, but got all the old paint off of this, and I used the brake caliper paint. So that's how nicely that turned out. All right, guys, so we got the T56 in, the LS in, we got the whole front end put back together, and hopefully you didn't get whiplash from all the jumping around, but we're good.